We're going to show you the top 5 weirdest, craziest, funniest techniques in Wing Chun that you've ever seen. Are you ready? We're going to show you number 5. Here we go. Hey, what's up? We got the 5 funniest and weirdest Wing Chun. Alright, every martial arts has the weird moves that you look at and say, wow, that's so fun. That looks weird. And these are the 5 in Wing Chun that look pretty weird. Okay, but we're going to show you how to use it in a fight. That's right, we're going to show you how to use weird moves in the fight. Okay, if you want to use this, then great. If you don't, that's fine. But here's the weirdest Wing Chun moves in Wing Chun. Number 5, we're going to show you the ginger fist. What's ginger fist? In the Shanbai and the Beauty form, we got this, and then we got this. Boom. It's like this. You're punching with this. And most people will say, if you punch like this, you're going to break your wrist. Yeah, that's right. You don't want to punch like this, it'll definitely break your wrist. But if you punch like this, it's a good way to get into places that you can't normally get into. Okay? Especially if you are in a side-to-side position and his hands are over here trying to block you from punching this, whereas the only thing you can get is a hook. Okay? So when you use this, use it as a hook. So why am I using these knuckles? Because I'm trying to get him in the temple or in the ear in this area. A lot of people, when they try to punch in a hook, what they do is they try to punch with their knuckles. And it's actually a really difficult way to punch the side of the head with knuckles, especially if they're moving their head. Okay? Even boxers only land 40% of their hits. Alright? So what you want to do is you don't want to have, not necessarily have power, but just knock it with your knuckles. Okay? Boom. Like boom, whack. More of a whack than a hit. Okay? Right in the temple. You can actually knock a guy out with that. Alright? So I've shown you how you can break boards with that, right? So it doesn't take much to knock a guy out when you hit it right exactly in the temple. Right? So that's a ginger fist. I don't know why it's called ginger, because it looks like a ginger. Okay? So here we go. Right? So he's blocking ginger fist. Blocking ginger fist. Like that. Another way of using it, obviously groin. So it's a more whipping action. Now when you tell me, let's say I punch like this, or like this, which one has more penetration?
Your ginger fist.
Okay, so one, this is using force, like boxing punch, and then.
Yeah, you definitely feel the blades of the knuckles on that.
Okay, so that's on the chest. This is the tough part, right? You got big pecs here, so you can take it. Now, there's no protection here on your temples, right? So if you want to damage the nerves, you don't go and punch with power, you go with penetration, okay, with your knuckles, boom. All right, so that's the ginger fist. All right, number 4, weirdest Wing Chun technique is the low Dunce Out. You see it in the second form. We go this, boom. It's like, why are you doing this? Why would you fight like this? Would you go up to a guy like this? Of course not. All right, how you use this, and you usually don't use it both at once. You're gonna use only one. Right? So let's say you got guy punch, 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 punch. You got his hand down here. Now what do? You want to press it down and trap it down. That's why you use a long Dunce Out. So Dunce Out, instead of being high, using it as a deflection, we're going to use it low as a jam. So at least I jammed him and his balance so that he can't deliver too much force with that because I'm pushing in. And now I got this hand open for an attack. Alright, so I got him jammed for an attack. So here, boom, if he blocks this one, let's say he blocks this way, that's okay. I can jam it, I can pull it down, trap it, and then continue. Alright? Or if he tries to go this way, same thing, you can pull it down and this way. Or if he tries to block it outwards, that's okay. You can reach across, now I got both of them jammed, and I can keep punching, okay? But what's happening in all of these is I've got this. I've jammed him here. So it's going to be hard for him to lift. If he wants to lift it, he has to move back, right? But I follow him, right? So I keep it jammed, okay? So this is why we use the low Dunce Out. We don't use it like this because really you're going to get both jammed like that. It's not going to work. You can use it once like this, front forward. So at least you jam this. You can't use this arm. It's pretty much out of the fight. But I can use this one, and I can still use this one. Right? So that's the double low Dunce Out. Hey, what's up? We're going to do technique number 3. Are you ready? All right, let's get going. Technique number 3 is deep south, folding hand. A lot of people say, why are you just slapping your own hand? It looks stupid, right? Well, it is kind of looks stupid if you just use it like that, but I'm going to show you how to use it in a real self-defense application. All right, one way to use it, if you're fast enough, is if you does a punch and you catch, okay, you can do a deep south, okay? So this comes up, this comes down, right? Remember, one comes up, one comes down. So let's see, punch, you can do this and stun him on the arm. If you keep it there, you can actually push against his wrist, and then you can push him back this way in control. Okay, so that's one way of using it. Another way of using it is, let's say he punches, you'll be able to catch it, boom, okay, and he pulls back, and bends his elbow. Well, good, now I'm going to use it. I'm going to take down this way. Boom. Okay, so one more time is catch, right? Boom, he stuns, he pulls back. Good. Now I flip it this way, and I want to make sure that I can get the wrist, and then I just go down like that. It doesn't take much force to make him go down, okay? There's your wrist here. Okay, another way of doing it is a little bit different. So instead of blocking with this one, I'm going to catch it with my left. So I'm catching on my left, and go this way, okay? And I'm going to take it back this way. Alright? So you see this way? So I got it this way, okay? Now sometimes you can spin it up, but what helps is to grab hold of this one too. So you can grab his shirt here. Okay, now he's got in position, looking for a takedown. Okay, and then, okay, boom. Okay, so those are some ways of using the deep south folding hand. Alright, so here's another application for it. People always say, how are you going to catch a punch like that? Well, obviously it's very, very difficult. Some people can do it, I can do it sometimes, but not all the time. So here's another way to do it, is when he grabs you, see on the choke, a good way of doing it is using this technique. So first, you got to get out of the choke, right? Because you're being choked. Get out of the choke. Okay, move back, and then pin his hand to your chest. Okay, deliver a distraction, balls, whatever, kneecap, whatever. And now look, I got one here. So I can just use the same technique from here. So I got this. Okay, I can do deep south here. Boom. Put it behind. Or if he pulls back this way, now I'm going to do it this way. Switch hands and got his fingers. Okay, it's not comfortable, right? Okay, so there's a few things we do. So choke, right? Oh no, choke. Boom. Okay, here's another deep south, right? Boom. This way. I got his fingers this way. Okay, and then ooh. Get down. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's how you use the deep south. Alright, here's the number 2 funniest technique of Wing Chun. It's called the Dunce Out. So we see in the Wing Chun form, go boom boom, and then go 1, 2, bring it to the back, and then press out. It's like, why do you do this? Why are you pressing backwards like that? How are you going to attack people like that? Well, what I like to do is use it as a flick. So very simple, right? You got a guy on the side, he's got you in the headlock, right? Before he pulls you down, boom, there's the balls right there. Boom, right? So that's how you do it. Okay, another way to do it is, let's say you got you in the back, headlock, bear hug, okay, like here, right? One way you can do it is to, first of all, is to get some space. So this one way, get some space so that you can wiggle out a little bit. Okay, so do kicks like that, so your feet, okay? If you're too close like this, it's hard for you to lift your legs and do kicks, right? But you use a Dunce Out, okay? Push on his knee so you get a little bit of distance, and now you can do some other technique, kicking the balls, right? Try to loosen up the grip and stuff like that, okay? So that's how you use the Dunce Out, like this. Now, there's some other applications for strengthening and for Qi Coil with this, but as for self-defense applications, those are some more techniques that you can use the Dunce Out for. Hey, the moment we've been waiting for, the number 1 funniest, craziest, and weirdest Wing Chun technique is the San Bai Fat. What's San Bai Fat? It means bowing to the Buddha 3 times in Chinese. Isn't that weird? That's the weirdest kind of technique I've heard. Okay, so in the form, it's like this. Boom. Oh, and 3. Okay, some forms they do it 3 times, that's why it's called 3, but some forms actually only do it once. So what the heck is that for? Well, number 1 is one way of getting back up. So let's say that you got down, so how do you get back up? Like this. But people don't tend to get back up like this in a street fight, right? They're gonna fall over and they need to get back up in the regular way, right? So what you use this for is as a shield, okay? So let's say he's doing any kind of attack. So what I do is boom, okay? Shield right into the neck, okay? Especially if he's doing a chopping action, right? Chopping action with the knife, I guess, okay? Let's say you're like doing a chopping action, boom, okay? So instead of just using it stationary, you're gonna take a step and go boom, right in here, okay? So let's say you're doing a chopping with, let's say that's a big pole, chopping like that. And what I want to do, boom, you want to do a triangle so that it goes this way, right? And then now I can get it this way, okay? So instead of using it straight up and down, I'm going to use it, boom, as an attack and as a shield. See, my head is covered this way, so you can't try to do a swing, it's going to miss my head, it's going to be covered, right? Okay, and also you do a chopping attack, this triangle is going to take care of it. It's going to go this way, or it's going to go this way, right? So that's the sound modified with a step. And now you can use it like this. Another way to use it is let's say you close, and he's got you here, got you in the clinch. You drop him got you in the clinch. Well, you want to get in between, right? So you can use your force, and then go this way. Okay, usually when you got in the clinch, he's got all his weight on there, right? So you're not going to be able to hit him like this, but use your whole body, then it's going to be harder for him. So that's why you need to gather up, like you're scooping it up above your knees, and then out like that. Scoop it up on your knees, and then straight with a twist too. So you got you in the clinch, okay, and scoop it up, try to get at least one hand in there, and then twist. Twist out. It's very hard for someone to hang on to that because you're using the twisting motion. Okay, at least you got yourself out of the clinch. Okay, now you get into your better clinching position, and then now you got control. Okay, so that's the soundbite for you. Hey, I hope you like my funniest Wing Chun techniques, and I hope you had a few good laughs. Thanks, Justin, for helping me out on this video.
Anytime.
And we're gonna make some more cool stuff like this. Just send your comments and suggestions and FAQs, and we're gonna get on to it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button now and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.